take a drink every time I say, it was so cool. Actually, you might not die this time. Alright, so we're back for day 2-ish of talking about the Disney trip that I went on with my family. But we're not quite at day 2 yet, because we still tried to do some things on day 1. We left Hollywood Studios somewhere in the 4 o'clock range, a little bit after. No, it was more like 5. Cripe. That was the day we got on the bus to go home, and there was a freaking accident somewhere in Disney World. And it was the most ridiculous thing, because we had to turn and go like all the way around this weird ass loop, only to end up like on the other side of the accident and able to go where we needed to go. I still don't know how that worked, but it, needless to say, it put us 20 minutes out of the way, and wasted 20 minutes of our time. And it was a very bad time if you had to, you know, use the bathroom. A very bad time. Very bad time indeed. Anyways, we got back at that point, and we went to the hotel, and we're like, all right, well, we're going to chill, and then maybe we'll do Disney Springs. So the hotel we stayed at actually had a boat service to Disney Springs, which is like, Disney Springs is formerly downtown Disney. It's like just a bunch of shops and entertainment and stuff like that. Like if you live nearby, you could actually go there and hang out for a while, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Disney Springs is not a park. It's a little bit superfluous, honestly, in my opinion. But yeah, we were going to go there anyway because there was stuff there. So these were the boats that you could ride. I don't know if he's going to make the noise. He probably should. Make the noise. There it is. We had a very nerdy conversation about Star Wars while waiting for the boat. Man, transportation in Disney, I gotta say, it's fairly convenient, but it's also like kind of annoying because you end up waiting for everything, and it just like, you don't realize how much time adds up when you do that, but like, yeah, the time really adds up. Like you spend 20 minutes waiting for the boat or bus, and then you spend 20 minutes like, or well, less than 20 minutes. You spend time on the bus or being transported, and then you got to get out and walk. It's like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, this was night of the first day. So this was a picture from the boat. In the distance, you can see the Disney Springs. It is very cool coming up on Disney Springs by boat. I gotta admit, it's like getting to do a ride like Jungle Cruise, but actually going somewhere, which is nice. So yeah, there's another of those. The boats were nice. This was a picture of the Christmas store. They have a dedicated Christmas store. They also had a dedicated Star Wars shop that doesn't sell much different from stuff you could buy in the Star Wars park, so whatever. But yeah, there it is. There's a lot of ornaments in there. Very cool, like cool, but it's mostly ornaments. My dad, who loves Christmas, was actually a little bit disappointed with this place, mostly because that's all it was. But man, I tell you, you can get ornaments of basically anything. It was actually pretty surprising. So this was a shot from to the left here. There was this stand where you could pick an oyster, and they'd open it for you, and you'd get the pearl inside. And they could set it in some jewelry, which was a thing that my mom decided that she wanted to do. We did not end up doing it at Disney Springs, which ended up being the proper play. So what this video was is there are two... my finger's going to come up and point this out, and you can't really hear it very well at this point. I kind of missed it, but go back. Go back, me. Okay, so there's actually two musicians playing.
And like they kind of matched up for a little bit. Well, there's one's this girl right here, and then there's another band over here, and they kind of matched up. It was really weird. They synced up.
I explained it.
It really is. I wonder who they are.
Yeah, you can't really tell anymore, but Yeah. All right. So that was kind of neat. It's also just a good shot of like the Disney Springs skyline. It's actually a lot larger than that. And there's a balloon, like a large hot air balloon and Rainforest Cafe. And I don't know why I didn't take pictures of that, but there it is. So this was us just kind of walking through Disney Springs. And you can start to see one of the inherent problems that would later slay the shit out of us. A lot of friggin' people. Like, a shock is like, mind you, this is the middle of November. Like, the kids are in school and whatnot. And it is not peak season for Disney. But holy shit, there were so many people. There were so many people at Disney Springs. It was amazing. So we did go in the World of Disney store. It was crowded as heck. It very much gave me flashbacks to the market at MagFest. Except a lot of the stuff that you could buy in here, you could buy basically anywhere else in the park. So it ended up being less exciting than what you would think, I guess. I think we were gonna try to get something to eat there, but like all these people and not having reservations, yeah, it was gonna be impossible. So this was outside the Lego store, which I decided I wanted to see. We went through the World of Disney store, and then like a lot of us decided that we were getting very close to done already because we had already walked through a park that day, and we were very much facing the essence of our own mortality, so to speak, because we are not people that go out and do things. We did the state fair and complained about it. So Disney was obviously a lot. It is a lot of walking. You're in the heat. You're sweating. And there's a lot of people. And like, I don't know if anyone else gets people sick, where it's just like if they see too many people in one day, they're like, I don't know where I'm at anymore. Like, awesome, amazing, disoriented. It's super great. So yeah, it was a challenge. But I wanted to see the Lego store. And there were these Star Wars Lego people out in front of it. That I decided to take a picture of, and I did that because I didn't know if my parents were gonna see it, because they were sitting somewhere, but they ended up sitting like right across from this. So I guess they did see it. There's a little Lego Ray back there. I think that was probably the last picture I took at Disney Springs until maybe we went back. But yeah, the Lego store was not very impressive actually. It was basically just like they had pretty much everything you'd expect and not a whole lot that was unexpected. So I was actually kind of disappointed by it, honestly. So yeah, we struggled with Disney Springs a little bit, honestly. I can't imagine what it's like during peak, because we were, oh my god, it was just so many people. We knew there'd be crowds, and I knew there'd be crowds, but I gotta say, just holy shit. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that we ended up backing out. And there was there were definitely some communication and emotional issues coming out over that. But, you know, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But we shouldn't have tried to do all that. But, you know, when in Disney, you try to Disney. And it's not an easy thing to do. And you don't really understand your limits until you actually try to do it. And we really did not become privy to this until like the last day, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a lot to do. And in Disney Springs, there's really not a whole lot to do except for like go through places and shop. And it's hard to do that when there's a bunch of people. It's like imagine the MagFest marketplace, which, I mean, if you're family, you don't know what that's like. But maybe I'll take a video of it this year at some point. But like an entire city block, like that's the Disney Springs. So yeah, unfortunately we didn't really find a good time to do that, and it was a little bit disappointing. So, you know, we went back to the hotel and I got myself a brownie sundae, and that's what this is. Mildly disappointed because these brownie chunks were just kind of pulled out of a thing instead of like baked fresh and nice and warm and stuff as it should be with a brownie sundae. Still pretty good. Let me tell you something. Dessert in Disney, on point. That cake we had, on point. This was all right. This was probably the worst dessert I had, but that cake was really good, and guess what? We had more desserts. So it gets better. So we went home. We had a brownie sundae. I think some members of the family hung out at the pool bar for a bit, and we talked about how weird it was to be in Disney and having to walk, and how mildly annoying that is. But it ended up all right. We went to bed that night, and the next day was Magic Kingdom. I did not take any pictures on the way to Magic Kingdom, but this is Magic Kingdom. Look at Magic Kingdom. It was decorated for the holidays. Oh God, what the line to get into Magic Kingdom was really weird. You would expect them to like have a ton of places open, but it was actually pretty annoying getting in. But oh well, I mean, I guess that's what you do when in Disney. People just like did not have their shit together or whatever, and some things didn't work, and it was. I remember already being kind of annoyed when we walked in. We got there early though. Like this is like just after opening. In fact, some people were not allowed in other areas of the park unless you were like a resort guest. So that was a thing. But Magic Kingdom was decorated for Christmas. Did I not put any pictures of the tree in here? They might be somewhere else. But yeah, a lot of the Christmas decorations are pretty cool. You can see like this cool looking Mickey styled wreath and all the garland, which had you'll see later fruit in them. Not real fruit, I would imagine, but all the wreaths. It's very well done. You'll see more of it in a minute. But yeah, the castle's here. It's a castle. Honestly, Magic Kingdom was the day I was least not excited for, but oh, there's the tree. Yeah, there's a shot of the tree. Very tall tree. I'm sure we'll see another picture of it at some point. If not, whatever. I mean, it's a giant Christmas tree. You'll see plenty of them in Disney World. But yeah, it looked really good for Christmas. I actually got pictures of it at night too, which we'll see. But yeah, I was the least hyped for Magic Kingdom just because there wasn't really anything new there that I was excited for. But some old classics that we got to do. So I'm not unhappy about that. Cool stuff. This is a nice little 360 of Main Street here. Again, sorry the quality doesn't work out. Again, I might have to just upload these videos separately. Yeah, I kind of stop on the Emporium, which was the big shop. Mildly disappointing. Fun fact, refrigerator magnets, very difficult to find in Disney. We spent all 3 days looking for refrigerator magnets because we have a collection of them that say the year and Walt Disney World from past times that we or my sister have gone. And very difficult to find this time. I think we ended up buying like all of the ones that we found. But yeah, so we actually got our picture taken in front of the castle. Not included here, obviously, but very good pictures. Very cute. We all wore matching Disney vacation shirts, which are very popular. There were so many groups with those sorts of matching Disney vacation shirts on that I don't know that I saw very many repeats of that. Because I don't know, it was so weird. I even saw one that said, "I don't do matching Disney shirts," and yet they were all matching. It was wild. That was one of the weirdest things that I know is newer in the age of social media, but yeah, we did join in on that a little bit. So here's a picture of the castle. Let me tell you something. The castle was busy all day. There was a parade. There were presentations. There were concerts. There was the fireworks show. The castle was hopping all day. So this was about the closest we got to the castle. Still super cool to see. Love seeing the castle. I mean, how often do you see a freaking castle? So that's kind of a fun thing to note there. There it is. This was going into Tomorrowland. I talk about the People Mover, so that was kind of neat. Oh God. Well, okay. I have to first talk about we did there's a story going on here. You're about to learn a bit of my history. So we went to Tomorrowland and we raced over to Buzz Lightyear's Ranger Spin, which is this cool little dark ride where you have a gun mounted onto it's not a gun, it's a little cutesy little laser thing mounted on a moving cart, and you shoot targets and you get score. I always liked it. I was there in 1999, and it looks like it's from 1999, honestly. But a fun ride. Always enjoyed it. Enjoyed it in 2007 as well. Man, so we did that first. There was hardly any wait for it. It was cool. It was fun to get to do that again. But right after that, we had to go to. We were in the park early, which is why the streets actually look not that crowded right now. So we had to go right over to. I think we did Pirates next, and then the Haunted Mansion. So yeah, well, I'll talk about those in a minute. But on the way there, we had to pass by this friggin' thing where I started singing "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend." This is the teacups. This is the Mad Hatter's Mad Tea Party.
I don't know the rest of the song.
Yeah. So look, when we went to Disney World in 1999, you know, this was the first ride we got on when we went to Magic Kingdom. It spins, and we let my sister in the teacup. We went on as a family, and my sister was in the teacup, and she was older than me. And so she starts spinning that thing as hard as she can. And little old me did not have a very good time. I got off. I was dizzy. I was disoriented. The fucking teacups ruined my life. All right, look. Let me just be real with you for a second. The teacups ruined my life. And after that, my first day in Disneyland. And after that, I didn't want to do any more rides. I was too scared. I was like, I don't want to feel this way again. I was very upset. Okay? I was super upset. By the way, ironically, when we got on Buzz Lightyear Ranger Spin, we paired off because there's only 2 to a cart. I got in with my sister. The first thing I notice when I sit down is on the console there where it shows your score and where the lasers are mounted, it says spin. And I'm like, I'm getting on this with you? This is the worst idea. It ended up being okay. But yeah, we did not, needless to say, we did not do the teacups this year. Thank God. So I just kind of shook my fist at it a little bit. It really ruined me. I didn't do any roller coasters after that, and even in 2007, I didn't do any roller coasters. And now it's just I've always been afraid to do anything else. I've always sort of been like, man, I can't do that stuff. I don't do that. I'm not a ride guy. I'm not a roller coaster guy. I don't want to. I don't want to test that theory, not at all, and I never have. So, yeah, this freaking thing. What an enemy. All right, so we got on Small World as a tribute to my grandmother who loved Small World. I decided to make a vlog where I look like I'm freaking out on Small World, because at this point I didn't know that I was gonna do it this way, but I just wanted to look like I was really stressed out. I'm not a great actor, honestly. But there I am. There it is. I said, we gotta get out of here. God, that's from a Game Grumps video, isn't it? I think this whole thing was basically inspired by Game Grumps, but yeah. Not as bad as you know, things would have you believe. It's actually kind of neat. Like, it's okay to be able to see dark rides, you know, like this, but not the most entertaining of rides. The bright colors of pure horror. Unimaginable. It's really not that scary. It's a little scary. There's one room where the music cuts out and like and like it just kind of thunderstorms a little bit. It might actually be this one coming up. Actually, no. Look, I say it in the next clip, but I spent the whole time oh god, what's the word? Not ragging. Dunking? I don't know. I roasted the shit out of this ride while I was on it. We were having a good time though. It was fine. It was nice. Look, any ride you go on, it's cooler than it is outside, so like it's really just like nice. It's a nice slow moving ride. You vibe a little bit. It's nice to just rest for a second on any ride you're on. I think this is the one where I really I roasted this, like
fact a very small world.
I am inclined to believe that it is not, in fact, a very small world. I actually really...
For the internet, so like, chew on that, babes.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
It got way smaller. The world got even smaller when the internet happened and we could communicate with all these places. This Ferris wheel was actually pretty cool looking. I'm sorry it's not the full quality video, but it actually does look good. My phone does take very good video. So yeah. Look, I'm sorry to whoever speaks this language, but the way you say goodbye in whatever language this is "Maya salama." We had a laugh. We had a laugh over that one. Oh, look, Florence is on the screen back here. I miss her. She was so cool. I hope she's doing well. I forget what country she's from, actually. No one is going to know what I'm talking about. But I think she was Dutch. Maybe? Swedish? I don't know. But yeah, that's a small world. Definitely kind of a dated dark ride, especially when you ride some of the newer ones and you're like, oh, wow. This is just like someone put glitter on wood. Like, amazing. But also a classic, you know. So, the Haunted Mansion. Did we do the Haunted Mansion before Pirates? I think so. Man, the Haunted Mansion was a vibe. To be honest, I appreciate it a lot more now than I did in 99, and I don't know that we did it in 2007. Actually, I don't think we did. But we did it in 99, and I was scared. I was very scared. I was spooked out by the Haunted Mansion. But I've come a long way since then. If you've seen some of my vlogs, I won't shut the heck up about horror. So the Haunted Mansion this time was just a vibe, and honestly, I almost kind of fell asleep on it because I was that vibed. Like, it was a very comfy ride, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is cool. I don't really think they changed a whole lot for the movie. They added some CGI faces to some of the characters, which was a little bit weird. Man, at one point we actually just got to sit there and just chill because the ride stopped for whatever reason. That actually happened a lot. But yeah, this is the outside of the Haunted Mansion. I didn't take any pictures inside or anywhere special, but I did get a picture of it. So yeah, it just looks pretty unassuming from here. You know, man, you know, it could be worse. There could be giant Resident Evil babies and stuff. So it was actually very nice. Totally dug the Haunted Mansion. So this was the train ride. Shit, am I missing some pictures? I know I didn't take any pictures like on Pirates, but shit, I did not add those pictures in here. Oh my god, I am a freaking idiot. Here, look at the Haunted Mansion some more. No, look here. I'll put this on. How long is this? 29 seconds. Hang on. Hang on. Where are they? No, I need Magic Kingdom. How the hell did I miss this? Did I not download those? Are you kidding me? Those are like the things that I was waiting for so that I couldn't do this the first day back. Oh my god. Alright, did I not? Am I just stupid? What the hell? Hang on. So my dad and I got on a train, as you can see, running parallel to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad because we didn't want to do Big Thunder Mountain Railroad because, again, I'm afraid of the roller coasters, so we didn't do that. I actually got a really cool shot of us going up, like, at the same time. The train ride actually went all around the Magic Kingdom, and it was actually pretty cool to do. Jeez, I can't believe I didn't download those pictures. That's ridiculous. Hang on, just hang on. But yeah, my dad and I actually did quite enjoy the train ride around Magic Kingdom. It wasn't all that intense, but we did enjoy it. Okay, hang on, we're getting there. That's not what I wanted. Oh, you know what? It's on my phone. Oh my god. Look, I can't believe I'm this much of an I can't believe I can believe I'm this much of an idiot. Man. Really? We got on Pirates, okay? Pirates is mildly disappointing. Maybe I downloaded it onto here. Let's see. Pirates is mildly disappointing because they didn't they actually took out some of the effects that they had in 2007 from the movies. There was like this cool Davy Jones thing that they used to do, and they don't do it anymore. It's just the skull again, and I can see where you're coming from. Just trying to, yeah, no, it's not on here either. Oh my god, what the hell? No, not messages. No, that's the false one. It was kind of disappointing. Like there's no merch for there's very little merch for Pirates of the Caribbean in the shop that it puts you out into after the ride, honestly, which is a little bit it's actually pretty annoying. No. It was actually really weird. Like if you like anything past the first movie, rip to you, because they did not have any merch of that. Why can I not find this freaking link? I am so I have no idea where this fucking file is. I'm so upset about it now because it was one of the highlights of the day. We rode Pirates. I was buying a water because buying a water is super important in Disney because you want to have water and be hydrated. It's not going to be in here, right? And when I was buying water, I looked to my right, and I can't believe this isn't going to be in the video. I'm super upsetty about it. Am I sure that it's not in here? Like, let me just look another time because I can't believe it. No, it's in. I remember labeling these pictures. Like, come on now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found one. And it's gonna go in. Hang on. Here we go. We got it. In there. All right. Okay. Sorry for this. All right. It's in there. Now where actually is it? I bet you it's at the top. Probably. Nope. Yep. There it is. All right. Cool. I found Captain Jack Sparrow. I looked over there. I'm like, oh my God, Captain Jack's over there. I ran out because all my family had left the shop. And I'm like, dude, we got to go this way right now. And they're like, what? What's going on? And it was Jack. So we got our pictures taken with Jack. My neck is just way too far back in this picture. It's awful. I hate it. I thought I was doing a better job, but I wasn't. But yeah, this was really cool, and I'm really glad I caught it, and I'm really glad I figured out how to upload the goddamn picture into the Google Drive so that I could show you. There it is. All right, cool. Yeah, it was fun. That was cool. I'm glad, because I never actually got to get a picture with Jack in 2015. I actually attended. He looks a little bit high, so that's fine. In character, let's be real. Yeah, I never got to get a picture with him in 2007. So I was pretty glad that that I did this time. So here's another picture from the train. Let's go back to the train ride. Here's coming into the Main Street station on the train. Cool picture of the tree and the castle in the background, but we're gonna skip over that mostly because I got, here's the looking out at the entrance of the Magic Kingdom. This was the thing with fruit on it, and you can see there's like oranges, there's like whole ass pineapples on there too somewhere. But yeah, that was pretty neat. Getting to be like on top of the station at Main Street. And then here's the video of us leaving Main Street Station. And you get to see the tree over here, and the castle shows up like right there. Yep. Kind of a cool shot. My dad and I also learned what the toots mean. 1 means all clear, you're free to get off, and then 2 means we're ready to go, so don't be jumping off the train yet. Very pleasant little train ride. Not exactly air conditioned, but super cool. Also, they were working on Splash Mountain. My dad has this thing where he buys nuts at the state fair, and he found some nuts at Magic Kingdom, and honestly, these were some good nuts. I really don't take this out of context, but I really enjoyed eating them nuts. They were very tasty. But yeah, Splash Mountain was closed. They're retheming it to be Princess and the Frog. We got to see that. It was funny because if you got on the train and you looked to your left, you saw a bunch of construction dudes in Home Depot buckets. It really kind of took me out of the experience. But it was funny. It was funny to see. So let's see. Oh, God, this was in Country Bears. I took this picture for Tim because it says The Dump. Boy, is the Country Bears a dated attraction. Man, really changes in the wake of Five Nights at Freddy's being mildly terrifying. And also the songs are... you would expect them to be mildly racist or something because they're just that old. But no, actually, they're just mostly about, like, banging. And then there's the fat bear that sings Blood on the Water, and it's like, oh wow, I'm in Disneyland. So kind of glad to see we got to see that before it changed. Mildly terrifying, but also kind of neat. So all right, this is my favorite. Look, this is my Lord and Savior, the People Mover. This clip is 2.5 minutes long, so please enjoy. I don't know what anyone else says, but I like the People Mover.
It's the hypest ride at Disney World, and I love me some People Mover.
I do love me some People Mover.
The People Mover.
Yeah. I think I talk about why I like the People Mover. And it has to.
Speed up. See, it's gonna get exciting here.
It's gonna get exciting. I feel the hype already. Oh, para su seguridad. Yeah, so the thing about the People Mover is that after I got on the teacups and felt like shit for the rest of the time. Here we go. It does move, actually. It surprises you a little bit after going slow for like 3 minutes in a row.
We stand the People Mover.
Yeah, we do stand the People Mover. It's true. It's true past me. Yeah. After the teacups ride, after the teacups ride, I did not want to get on very much, but the People Mover, they managed to get me on, and I enjoyed the People Mover. I handled it quite nicely. We very much enjoy the People Mover. I do, certainly. It's just a very nice little ride through. It's like a little train ride through Tomorrowland. You go in and out of buildings. Never get on the people. Look, if you and just well, I'll talk about it in a minute because there's actually there's some footage of that, so pretty good. Yeah, I definitely, I'm about to say, this clip does not last for much longer because I take a picture. Oh no, maybe I take a picture a different time. But yeah, you get a nice little view of the castle here.
Oh, and now we spooky boys.
Yeah, now we spooky boys. I didn't take a shot of the train garden, so that was a thing. Oh no, there it is, yeah. It's Walt Disney's idea of what the future would look like. He was wrong. He was wrong. But it was actually probably all right. Let's see. There's the raceway from the People Mover. And again, this over here is the Tron coaster, which will make my mom go, yeah, because she very much enjoyed the Tron coaster. I took a couple of pictures of Tron that I didn't show because they all look like this, essentially. It looks cool. I did not ride it. I was a little intimidated by the fact that it comes out here and goes way above the ground and then goes back in. But that was the new thing at Magic Kingdom, and it was a roller coaster, so I was not interested in it. This was a shot of this. What is this? Some old looking thing? No. This is straight up Space Mountain with the lights on. Years ago, we rode the People Mover, and Space Mountain was broke down, and they had the lights on inside. Typically, there are not lights on inside of Space Mountain. Look, if you're planning to ride Space Mountain, do not let my dad and I get on the People Mover, because I swear we have seen Space Mountain broke down more on the People Mover than we have seen it actually working when riding the People Mover. This shot is awesome. Because again, this is not what Space Mountain typically looks like, but I know it more like this because I've only ever seen it from the People Mover with the lights on for the most part. Normally you can hear the roller coaster going and all that stuff, but instead you get this spooky Resident Evil 4 looking crap. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's like you feel like you're getting an Easter egg. You know what I mean? Like I was waiting for the achievement pop up to show up here. Because man, we got to see Space Mountain with the lights on. Super cool stuff. This is why we ride the People Mover. This is why we stand the People Mover. I think that, yeah, this was from the second. Maybe it wasn't from the second time you rode the People Mover. I don't know. But this is a cool shot of the castle, because if you look hard enough, you can see a wire going from the castle to somewhere else over here. And during the fireworks show, that's actually where Tinkerbell goes from the castle to somewhere else, which is kind of neat. So this was, we went back on the People Mover. We met up with the rest of our party who had just ridden Tron, and we got ourselves back on the People Mover. So there's the chain lift that goes up. You can see the two Chainsaw Man astronauts being upside down. So that's kind of cool. But we got back with them. They said, we want to ride the People Mover. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll ride the People Mover again. So we sure did. There's me on the People Mover. There I am, looking smug as heck. I don't know. After that, we went to have lunch at the Liberty Tree, which is based on, like, old America. I kind of thought I'd be able to order a burger, but nope, it was Thanksgiving dinner. Which was good. I was just really in the mood for a burger. The parade was going on outside during that, so that was kind of, we had to navigate around that. But it was good food. It was really good food. The dessert was really awesome. It was like what I thought the brownie sundae should have been, except it was cookie instead of brownie sundae. It was really good dessert, man. I definitely enjoyed that. But overall, I still just kind of wanted a cheeseburger. This picture I took for my dad, these multicolored poinsettias. There were a lot of poinsettias and other Christmas type things going on there. Oh, there's a picture of the Liberty Tree Tavern sign where we ate and nothing, nothing else. Didn't take pictures of the food or anything, so that was a thing. And pretty much after that, we left Magic Kingdom because we wanted to be done earlier that day. We went and shopped around at the Emporium, did not find magnets, essentially. So that was that. And then we turned the lights off. And here's Magic Kingdom at night and the Christmas tree and the central square. I was having a bad time at this point. I didn't know that I even wanted to be here and do this because I discovered that I got some really nasty blisters on my big toes. And my knee was hurting. I got hit by the 30-year-old person knees meme, where it's like, man, you can't bend your knees when you're 30. And I was like, it's fine. I never had that happen to me. It happened, and my knee started hurting. So that was super annoying. So I was having a bad time at this point. I was limping around, but I stuck it out. I was like, I'm not about to have my fam go to the Magic Kingdom at night with the, the Disney parks and whatnot. So, and me not be in those pictures. So I stuck it out and I went. And here we are at Magic Kingdom. at night. This is a nice little shot of the station. So the train is actually up in here. So that's where you go, and that's where you see everything from. So now you have perspective for that. This is a nice shot of the giant Christmas tree. I knew it was in here somewhere. It looks way better lit up, so I'm not unhappy that I didn't include any pictures of it during the daytime. Another shot of that. And this was Main Street at Christmas. I think I just got some of the motion of the lights and whatnot because it's cool to look at. So the castle, they actually project things onto the castle. And we discovered far too late that they do this during the fireworks show as well, and it's like they play out a whole like feature on here, and it's really cool actually. I didn't get a very good shot of it. I think my sister did, and it might be like at the end of the whole slideshow. But yeah, it was super cool that to see that, and that actually makes it look like the castle is red and green. You really can't. It's like kind of hard to tell it's projection. It just looks lit, which is just, it's very good. It's super cool looking. There you go. Take a drink. So yeah, that was neat. I think this. Oh, there's another shot of that. A little bit better. We can zoom in and see that there's actually like a design to a really intense scissor lift there. Like I said, there was things going on. Apparently, Smashing Pumpkins were there and did some Christmas songs or something. So that's kind of neat. Had no idea that was going on until someone told us as we were walking down to the park. Here's a shot of a room in the Emporium, the fancy room. There's like a lot of jewelry and stuff, and it can be very expensive. Like you can go there and just spend $3,000 on a Mickey necklace. Like, all right, cool, whatever. That seems like a bad idea. I just thought it was pretty, so I took a picture of it. Oh, here's another shot of the castle lit up. Night pictures were a little hard to take with my phone, but here it is. Looks cool, though. Certainly does look pretty cool. Like I said, we didn't do much at night. Here's us going into Tomorrowland. Everything's kind of lit at Disney World, so it looks vaguely ominous, which, I mean, in fairness, Tomorrowland, which is more like yesteryear, a little spooky, honestly. Another shot of that. And then these fireworks were going off in tandem with whatever concert was happening at the castle at the time. So I think my sister and her husband and my mom were on Space Mountain at this point because it had been fixed. So me and my dad were just kind of chilling here in Tomorrowland, watching the people go by and looking at the lights and complaining about how much walking it was. And how hard it is to balance life with doing things. Because this ain't like MagFest where it's like, oh, you know, my room is in the Gaylord, so let me just hop back in my room and like sit down and like poop in my own toilet for a little while. Nah, it's not like that. It's like if you're going back to the hotel room, you got to commit to a 40-minute commute both ways, you know? So it was a little bit, it was rough. It's a little rough, and it's a lot of people, and it's hot, and like, you know, so it was just, it is a bit of a challenge, honestly, to do the Disney World. So, did I just say Merry Christmas? I bet you I did. So this is where we ended up. They went and did the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which I didn't want to do because it was all dark. I was like, I don't want to ride a roller coaster in the dark. That sounds terrible. So we didn't do that. We went instead and got seats for the fireworks show. We were kind of behind the castle. I took a picture of this statue of Cogsworth and Lumiere that casted a shadow onto the thing. I don't know. I thought it would be a hidden secret Easter egg there. I guess I was not correct about that. So this is part of the fireworks show. The fireworks show was really cool. There is something about the fireworks being set to music that made me oddly emotional. And it was so stupid. I was standing there and all I could think was, man, more JRPGs should end with fireworks. So I was trying to think about like what games end with or contain fireworks. And like, I don't know, man. It's really good though. Disney music, I think, is so universally like technically good that it's able to make you emotional, even if you don't really know it. Because there were a lot of songs in there that I didn't know, and later on we found a pre-recorded version of this that you could watch in your hotel room, and it was actually shot in front of the castle, so you could see all the projections on it, and it made sense because, like, oh man, Quasimodo's singing. I guess it's a song from Hunchback in Notre Dame. Like, good for him. He didn't have anything else in the park. But it was actually really cool to get to watch it the right way, and yet still have this context of like, okay, this is what it sounds like when you're there. But man, it was, I don't know. There's just something really cool about fireworks and the music going on and all that. So yeah, super cool, man. And I just kept thinking, man, if they were to play like Kingdom Hearts music or Xenoblade music or anything, like if there was a Xenoblade fireworks show, I would be bawling my eyes out. It would be freaking over. And I thought about that. Or like think about like the Final Fantasy VII main theme, but with fireworks behind it. Oh, there would not be a dry eye. My family watching this are like, what the hell is he talking about? I don't know or care about any of this. But yeah, I would definitely be wrecked. So I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people, fireworks are something that have gotten less and less popular as the years go on, and people just find them annoying. But when you're in the context of like Disney World, and there's music set to them, it really does change the context of it quite a bit, and it's really cool. And they're just going on, like, I don't know, it's so much more of a show rather than just like your stupid neighbors being jackasses, right? Oh, I think this was during the Villain Suite, which was actually... Oh, man. I could tell they were doing a themed villain sort of thing. Which they ended with Pirates, like the main Pirates theme, and I was like, first of all, Pirates has so many cool villain themes you could have picked from to just add to this, and it was like... it was just weird. But, like, look at those fireworks that just kind of chill. They just kind of happen. Man, I tell you, my mom took a ton of footage of the fireworks show. Yeah, it's really hard when you're standing here and the fireworks are going off all over the place. There were some that even launched from the back of the castle that we could see. That was kind of unique to where we were standing, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit hard to follow. I think this was probably during like the finale of it. Man, I'm getting like stuffy. Why? Because I'm talking too much, man. I didn't think this vlog was going to be an hour, but you know what? It definitely is going to be. So, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, I don't even think that was the end. Oh yeah, this was the street. They roped this off after the fireworks. My dad said something about climbing a beanstalk at one point, and I actually found the beanstalk here, and I was like, hey Dad, look, there's your beanstalk, but he couldn't go climb it because it was roped off. Some people rode the carousel. My dad and I did not. But we did take video and pictures, which I don't think I have any. Yeah, I didn't include any of those because it's got... First of all, most of them were bad. And second of all, stuff. I don't know. And second of all, it was just like people I knew, so whatever. But yeah, I thought that was a cool shot because like, wow, when do you see this street empty? Well, during the fireworks, apparently. I took a picture of the outside of Small World at night. 20-minute wait for that thing now. So, get on it while you got the chance. Oh, this was a picture I really liked. Like all the bushes were lit. These were lit up in Christmas colors. It's like a really nice picture. If I had waited a little bit, there weren't that many people on this back street, so I probably could have gotten it without the people in the foreground. So, but I really like this picture. Just the lights are so... I'm glad we were at Magic Kingdom at night. I'm sad we didn't go to Star Wars Land at night, but this park at night was really cool. And I think these are just, yeah, these are 2 pictures. We went into Jungle Cruise, which they changed to Jingle Cruise, and I swear, like, look, man, if Chugga Conroy ever has to quit Let's Playing for some reason, he could go get a job on Jungle Cruise, because it was just puns for days. Our skipper was pretty, she was funny. She was kind of cute, honestly. I kind of felt bad because I think everyone on that ride was just tired, and we're doing this as like the last thing. I know we were. That line was insane. For some reason, well, that line didn't move a lot because like the boats would get stuck if they had to board someone. Like if they had to board like a handicapped person or whatever, or someone who was on a scooter or had accommodations. And like they didn't have like a by lane so that more people could board while that was happening. So we ended up kind of stuck in that line for longer than we would have liked. Especially for it being like after the fireworks, we're all tired, we want to go. So it was a little bit. This was the last picture I took in Magic Kingdom. Was this of the weird bamboo thing? I think, is this? Yeah, that's Epcot. But I can zip on up to the top here and pull up a relevant picture while we talk about the last thing. So this was a picture my sister actually took of the castle. Really good view of it, and really good show of what the projection does to it. Also a really nice view of the intense scissor lift that was in front of it. And I just love that I know that that was called a scissor lift. So yeah, that was our day in Magic Kingdom. Probably the least exciting day of the 3. Man, I had a milkshake there too. I forgot about that. Me and my dad had like ice cream and milkshake while they were on Tron. And after we got off the People Mover, that was pretty good. The sprinkles were very nice. It was just a really smooth milkshake. I liked it. Like normally there are some foods that make me like, you know, and milkshake is one of them. But I think we were just walking so much that I worked it all off, you know. So that was the thing. So Magic Kingdom, pins are the thing that are in for Disney nowadays. You can buy pins of all sorts of characters and scenes and whatnot. And I ended up buying one because, well, I actually bought 2. But I ended up buying some because they just had some really neat things on them. This is one of the Cantina scene. I just bought this off a cart in Magic Kingdom. But I really liked it. It was the Cantina scene from Star Wars. I didn't buy it in Star Wars Land. I bought it in Magic Kingdom, but whatever. I just thought it was neat, and I really liked it, so I bought it. But they had, like, obscure characters from, like, the Aristocats and the Rescue, like, all these sorts of different things. So if you really like pins, and I do, I got into pins. I got into Pokemon pins this year, so, yeah, that was kind of neat. So, we got to talk a little bit about a little something that's like Funk. Man, you're a gamer, and you like RPGs. You're talking about RPGs. You went to Disney World. Where's the Kingdom Hearts? And the answer is there is none. I was very, very disappointed this back in the heyday in 2007. I was like, man, they really do not Kingdom Hearts mention at all. This shirt is from Disney World. It's not from this time, though. It's from a time my sister went, and I'll talk about where this is from later. But yeah, there is not a ton of Kingdom Hearts stuff, which is disappointing because there's so much about Kingdom Hearts that is lit and that is a part of like people my age's experience with Disney that it is kind of disappointing that they don't sell giant Keyblades there. You know what I mean? Like, come on, that's such a cool thing. They had these like bubble blower things that were really, really nice. Why not sell Keyblades, my dudes? But I did find some Kingdom Hearts merch. Just to show you how extensive the pin collection is, they included Kingdom Hearts pins. So there was this pin of good old King Mickey here. There was also a pin of Sora, Donald, and Goofy, but because Sora is like a detailed anime boy, his face looked a little janky. So I did not get that one. I decided to just get King Mickey. It's pretty much the only thing I got with Mickey Mouse on it. Not true. Never mind. I forgot. I found I can pat myself on the back. I found the like one piece of Kingdom Hearts merch. Step it up, Disney. Come on now. Kingdom Hearts is a million seller. Come on. Give us some Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, that was Magic Kingdom. pretty decent day, other than the fact that I got blisters on my feet and my knee was hurting and I was old. And I couldn't get a cheeseburger at Liberty Tree, which I wanted. But yeah, that was Magic Kingdom. And we talked about Disney Springs in this video. I think after this, we did really just kind of go home. I think this may have been the day we shared some chicken tenders, or that might have been the next day. I don't know. We did just kind of go home and go to sleep that night though, because we were tired. Despite us saying, okay, we're not going to be out as late and we're going to take it easier today, I think we ended up being out far later on this day than we did the first day. So we were decently tired. So we went right the heck to bed. After I think my mom turned on Christmas Vacation on some channel in the room for 10 minutes, but they were out. They were out of sleep. It took me a little longer, and but whatever, That was Magic Kingdom. On the next video, we will talk about Epcot. I don't know if I'm going to talk about Epcot or and like the rest of the things in the same video, because I know there's going to be a lot to talk about with Epcot, but yeah, there we go. Magic Kingdom. Hang on, let me check my notes. I didn't do that last time. I have notes, and I have to try and figure out, okay, the teacups incidents, Kingdom Hearts, Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, the ironic bus story. Oh, right, yeah. So me and my mom and my dad decided that we were going to leave immediately after Jungle Cruise. We were not passing go. We were not trying to buy anything else. We were not trying to do anything else. My sister and her husband, who are far more avid park goers than we are and travel a lot more and do a lot more than we do, we're like, well, we're going to stay. So my parents and I proceed to the bus stop. We are tired. We meet a nice couple there, one of whom, the woman of whom was in a similar field of work to my sister. We talk to them. We make friends of them. It's so easy to do in Disney World. It's great. It's so nice just being able to talk to people, and I think that was something a little bit magic about it, honestly. So we end up waiting for the bus. We wait for the bus. Eventually it comes. We get on the bus. We're one of the first people on the bus. And I'm like, all right, I'm so ready to go. I'm so freaking ready to go. So we're sitting there, and the bus sits there. And more people get on. And more people get on. And there are no more seats left in the bus. But the bus driver keeps waiting. And I'm like getting antsy. I'm getting testy, because I'm like, we should have been gone, whatever. I'm like, Christ, at this point, we're going to wait so freaking long that my sister and her husband are going to get on the freaking bus. So we just keep waiting. Bus fills up. No more seats in the house. I have a small child next to me who does not really understand the concept of personal space yet. I'm ready to be gone and back at the hotel like 10 minutes ago. Lord knows if there's another car accident, we get stuck in traffic. But no, we're waiting there. And I'm like, God, just go. And then these two people get on the bus. And I go, unfucking real. And it's my sister and her husband. And it's dark, so they have no idea we're there until we text them halfway home. I was upset by that bus story. I was like, man, I just really wanted to be gone. And there it was. So that was how Magic Kingdom ended. Next time, Epcot. For real, this time.